Thanks for spending some time with this interview. I think it's going to fascinate people. I'm Jay Schlum, and my friends here are John Hersey and Belury, who just returned from a lot of traveling, which I'll let them talk to you about. So thanks for your time.
Oh, our pleasure.
This lifestyle intrigues me.
Us too.
Yes. So what is this new lifestyle that you're into?
Well, we retired and we decided we want to travel because we had our own business, but we couldn't travel. It was hard to travel to leave the area. And so when retirement happened, we decided to take off. But we did it in a different way. We are not interested in tourists, being a tourist. We're interested in living like a local and enjoying other cultures and little communities such as Fountain Hills, but internationally.
So it also includes some pets and some really cool houses in some unique locations. Tell me about that.
Well, let's start with the pets. Bev discovered this concept called house and pet sitting, which initially I thought was insane. Who in their right mind is going to bring in a perfect stranger into their home to watch their most prized asset, their home, and their most prized possession, their pets, sight unseen?
Internationally.
I didn't think it was going to happen. Different cultures. Well, we were booked back to back to back to back to back throughout most of the trip. And it is such an incredible way to travel. We've stayed in beautiful homes. First place we stayed in England had an indoor pool and an indoor gym. And the animals have just been extraordinary. Horses and pigs and dogs and cats. It's just been incredible, and to stay in people's homes is wonderful.
I know there's benefits to these homeowners and their pets. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we sure can. We had a pug for 16 years and we almost never traveled because we were so concerned about his health and well-being, and we wouldn't put him in a kennel. What we do for the homeowners is we give them security that they can go and travel. We'll take videotapes of their pets, share it on a daily basis or weekly, however they want it, just to assure them that their pets are taken care of. And Jay, they're the number one thing for us. We care for them as though they were our own. And there have been a few times where I start welling up when we're leaving.
Yes,
I mean, we're in contact with some of our pets still. Little updates on what's happening.
So you've been in a lot of different countries over many months. How do you guys pick where you're going to go?
That's a really good question. That's the most frequently asked questions. What we have is there's 10 platforms for house and pet sitting. We belong to Trusted House Sitters. On there, people who need sitters advertise what they need, and they have pictures of the animals and their houses, and I decide where we might want to go, and we start an email communication. We might do a video chat with them, and we start talking about their needs, and then sooner or later we start saying, this would be good for us, how would it be for you? And so that's how we pick them.
So 15 months on the road, a variety of different countries, all these new experiences. How has it changed you two?
Well, I think I had to undergo the biggest change. So first of all, this was not my expectation of how we were going to retire. I knew we were going to travel a lot, but if you just stay in hotels and be a tourist, first of all, it's very expensive. Secondly, we discovered initially that we didn't like big cities. The smaller the city, the little villages, the better we liked it. Staying in people's homes, probably the second most frequently asked question is, how do you feel about staying in somebody else's home? We love it. It's comfortable, there's couches, there's kitchens, we like to cook. It's a wonderful way to stay at home, and then the pets just add to it. It gives us we cuddle at night, we take them for walks.
You've changed a lot though. You've changed. I mean, you've gotten much softer.
Only you would know.
No. You've gotten a lot softer, and you enjoy things. You're enjoying being present, being in the moment, and I think a lot of that has to do with being around pets and the slow travel.
Sure.
It's very slow travel. We've stayed in some places 7-8 weeks, and so it's just getting in touch with who you are and what you really enjoy in life. And that's...
So if you go back to the beginning, our objective was not how many places can we see or how many sights can we see? Our objective was, what's it like to live like a local in all these different countries? What's the culture like? What's the food like? What are the people like? And you got to stay there for a while to figure that out. When you go to Rome, if you're just a sightseer, all you're going to see is Americans or Asians. I mean, for most part, if you stay there long enough, you meet the Italians.
So tell me about some of the places you've stayed. I know you love all the pets, you love all the owners, the houses, but what are some that stand out?
Well, stand out. First of all, it was part Airbnb, part house and pet sitting. And Airbnb, we've been in Rome, Naples, Palermo, Morocco, England. Then we left England, went to the Netherlands, then to France, then back to England for 90 days.
Whoa.
And in England, in England, we did exclusively house and pet sit, except for, I think it was like 6 weeks, 2 weeks. No, not even that. 2 weeks in London, and then I think it was 4 days on top of that. Everything else was house and pet sit.
So you also have a beautiful home that you left behind. So how do the financials work? What happens there?
That's a really good question because we don't charge for house and pet sitting. We actually we're almost like a guest in someone's home. We do have a house here in Fountain Hills, Arizona, and what we decided to do was really downsize. I mean, extreme downsizing and make it renter ready. And we rent our house anywhere from 3 to 5 months out of the year.
6.
6 months sometimes, yeah. Which is great. It's a great asset for us. So we get that cash flow going.
So, what was the biggest challenge you guys experienced in this entire new lifestyle?
Getting ready.
Yeah.
We were given advice that it's much easier to travel than it is to prepare to travel. You've got decisions to make. How are you going to handle your mail? How are you going to handle your bills? I mean, and those are two just simple ones, but there's just an array of decisions to make to get yourself prepared. And if you're going to go for a long period of time like we did, it's also how are you going to downsize? How are you going to...
Without getting a storage bin, without putting things in storage, which is, that's the easy way of doing it. We decided to do this for real. And so getting ready to get on the road, we have decoupled ourselves from anything that would make us have to be here.
And packing. We each take a backpack and a little suitcase that's a carry-on suitcase. That's it.
Wow.
No more.
Hey, if people want to learn more about this, can they contact you? How do they learn
Absolutely
more about
not.
this or contact you?
We have so many people contacting us, Jay, because there's a real interest in this. And so we have a Facebook page, On the Road with Bev and John, and a YouTube channel, On the Road with Bev and John. And that is a great introduction to what pet sitting, because we actually show us in the action of feeding the pigs or, grooming the horses and talking to the owners.
John and Bev,
Yes.
everyone wants to know what is next.
We're ready for the reveal.
The big reveal. On the 26th of September, we leave for Hawaii for a week, which is to celebrate our 30th anniversary, and then we go to Australia, New Zealand, Bali, Vietnam, and Chiang Mai, Thailand, for probably another 10 months, and from there, we're not sure. We haven't decided yet.